For Yelena Zaytseva, chief costume designer at the Bolshoi Theater, a perfect fit is the most important thing. She casts her expert eye now over a 17th century nobleman's coat. She attends every fitting and pays close attention to detail.
This is actually a historical costume, but we are going to alter it a little to make it more comfortable for the actor. It has to look authentic, but still be as comfortable as modern clothing.
Yelena Zaytseva is making the costumes for the first opera premiere in the restored Bolshoi Theater. The piece is Mikhail Glinka's fairy tale opera, Ruslan and Lyudmila. The designer and her seamstresses have a lot of work to do. They work in shifts, sewing, crocheting, and fitting. They are simultaneously working to complete the costumes in time for the ballet Sleeping Beauty. Yelena Zaytseva has been under constant stress for weeks.
We've been waiting for this for many years. But of course, the construction work has taken longer than expected. And we're also about to move our workshops into the historic building.
The office of the head costume designer is currently directly next to the opera singer's rehearsal room. She sometimes works in her designs here, but also when she is on the road or at home. Yelena Zaytseva is in great demand internationally, too. She has worked at the Scala in Milan, the Staatsoper in Berlin, and the Bastille Opera in Paris.
I imagine precisely how to sew such a costume, which is why I try to add the cutting lines to my drawings. That way, the seamstresses don't have to ask me where to cut.
The fabrics are flown in from Italy and England. As the Bolshoi is known for its opulent costumes, glitter and gold are a given. Come opening night of the restored building, the theater will be presented in all its shining glory. Seamstresses work on a coat like this one for roughly a week at a cost of some €3,500.
Look at what beautiful things we're creating here. We haven't made anything like this for a long time. We're happy to be sewing costumes for performances in the restored Bolshoi. The historic stage deserves nothing but the best.
The cast of the fairy tale opera are given headdresses to fit the shape of their faces. A mock is used for fitting purposes. And so on that basis, the real item is tailor-made for each woman in the choir. Yelena Zaytseva takes it all very seriously. She originally wanted to be a choreographer, but then she discovered her love of costumes and has been in charge of the costume department at the Bolshoi for 8 years, and appreciates how important her role is.
I don't understand it when people say they didn't like the performance, but they did like the costumes. That's not possible. If the costumes are too noticeable, something was wrong. Everything has to harmonize. The audience should see the performance as a whole.
At a rehearsal of Ruslan and Lyudmila for reopening night, Yelena Zaytseva gets to see what her costumes look like on stage. She takes notes. There might be a couple of minor alterations to make, but then, as far as she is concerned, everything is ready for the premiere.